Welcome to Voyage Daily Tech, the most important news personalized for you every day, supported by Voyage.com.
We've got 5 fascinating tech stories lined up for you today. First up, we'll explore how AMD is challenging Nvidia's AI chip monopoly thanks to a huge new endorsement from OpenAI. Then we'll cover Taiwan's stunning move to place Chinese tech giants on an export control list right alongside terrorist organizations. After that, we look at Amazon's multi-billion-dollar global spending spree as it races to build the data center infrastructure for AI. Our fourth story examines the advertising world's rush to adopt AI, even as leaders admit it will destroy jobs. And we'll wrap up with the dramatic story of 23andMe's founder buying back her bankrupt company and its massive genetic database. The story begins with a decision that caught everyone by surprise. The CEO of OpenAI, one of Nvidia's biggest customers, just reacted to their main competitor, AMD's, new chip technology, saying, quote, "There's no way, that just sounds totally crazy. You know, for years, Nvidia's been the undisputed king, controlling over 90% of the AI chip market, but AMD is now making a direct play for the crown, and it just got a massive endorsement. OpenAI has officially confirmed it will be using AMD's new chips and even giving feedback on their roadmap. But that's not the whole picture. The real turning point is AMD's two-pronged attack. First, technology. They've unveiled a rack-scale system called Helios that ties thousands of chips together into what their CEO calls a single massive compute engine. Second, and perhaps more importantly, is the price. An AMD executive is promising significant double-digit percentage savings and claims their chips can deliver 40% more AI output per dollar than Nvidia's. The battleground? A market expected to explode to over $500 billion by 2028. And the alliances are shifting. It's not just OpenAI. AMD says 7 of the 10 largest AI customers have now adopted their chips, including Meta, Tesla, and xAI. Oracle is already planning to offer clusters with over 131 of AMD's newest chips. The competition has become so fierce that both companies are now releasing new chips every single year instead of every 2. So, with tech giants hedging their bets and a rival attacking on both performance and price, you have to wonder, is this the first real crack in Nvidia's AI fortress? Speaking of the high-stakes world of semiconductor competition, the geopolitical lines are being drawn even sharper. In a stunning move, Taiwan just put 2 of China's biggest tech companies on the same export control list as the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. That's right. Huawei Technologies and SMIC, the 2 champions at the very center of China's artificial intelligence ambitions, have been added to a list of strategic high-tech entities. So what does this actually mean? It means any company in Taiwan home to the world's most advanced chip maker, TSMC, needs explicit government approval before exporting any products to them. The technological pipeline is being choked off. However, if you zoom out, you'll see another layer of strategy at play. This wasn't a targeted strike. A total of 601 entities were just added to this list, including organizations from Russia, Pakistan, Iran, and Myanmar. The official reason for this sweeping move is a bombshell. Taiwan's trade administration says it's based on the prevention of arms proliferation and other national security considerations. This isn't being treated as a simple trade disagreement. It's being framed as a national security imperative. And this cuts right to the heart of the global tech war. Not long ago, a research firm took apart Huawei's most advanced AI processor, the 910B, and found a chip made by Taiwan's TSMC inside. These new rules are a direct shot across the bow, designed to stop that from happening again. With Taiwan now slamming the door shut, China's dream of tech supremacy faces a critical test. Can it survive if it's cut off from the world's most vital components? While Taiwan is tightening its grip on tech exports, it's also becoming a major destination for investment. Let's start with a single statistic that might just change your entire perspective on Amazon's strategy. The company is pouring 20 billion Australian dollars, that's nearly 13 billion US dollars into Australia between 2025 and 2029. This isn't just a casual investment. It's Amazon's single largest global technology commitment in the country ever. The move was so significant that Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called it a huge vote of confidence in the Australian economy. The plan even includes building 3 new solar farms to help power the new operations. If that was just the appetizer, the main course is just being served. This investment is only one piece of a much larger global power play. In just the last few weeks, Amazon has announced a breathtaking spending spree, another $20 billion in Pennsylvania, $10 billion in North Carolina, and over $5 billion for a new cloud region in, you guessed it, Taiwan. This isn't just expansion, it's an arms race. Major tech companies from Amazon to Microsoft and Google are in a frantic battle to build out the global infrastructure needed to dominate the next era of technology. It's a high-stakes, multi-billion-dollar land grab for the digital world. And in this global race for AI supremacy, the real question is, who will ultimately come out on top? So all this new infrastructure is being built to power the AI revolution. But what does that revolution actually look like on the ground? Well, the advertising industry is giving us a preview, and it's a bit unsettling. The head of one of the world's biggest ad agencies, Mark Reed of WPP, just made a startling claim. The best creatives, the best lawyers, and even the best psychologists will soon be in AI. He says AI is going to totally revolutionize the industry and is already unnerving investors. And this isn't just talk. He revealed that 50 WPP employees are already using the company's own AI platform. The situation presents a fascinating duality. On one side, the entire industry is in what the CEO of rival Publicis Group calls a huge transformation, with over 60% of US ad agencies already using generative AI to achieve personalization at scale like never before. But on the other, it exposes a difficult truth. These same leaders are admitting the cost. The Publicis chief conceded, quote, "Will AI kill some jobs? I think that AI, yes, will destroy some jobs." This creates a massive disconnect with the public. A recent Gartner survey found that a staggering 82% of consumers believe companies using AI should prioritize preserving human jobs, even if it means lower profits. It leaves the ad world facing a profound contradiction. Are they sprinting toward a future that nobody actually wants? From one industry grappling with a controversial technology to a company defined by its most controversial asset, let's turn to the dramatic story of 23andMe. In what has to be one of the most stunning comebacks in recent memory, founder Anne Wojcicki, who was forced to step down when her company filed for bankruptcy, just bought the whole thing back. This wasn't a simple buyout, though. Wojcicki had to go head-to-head with pharmaceutical giant Regeneron, which thought it had a deal locked down with a bid of $256 million. But at the last minute, Wojcicki swooped in through her new non-profit, outbidding them with a winning offer of $305 million. To put that into perspective, at its peak, 23andMe was valued at a staggering $6 billion. The fall from that high point to a bankruptcy sale is one of the most dramatic collapses in recent tech history, especially after the company was rocked by a massive data breach affecting nearly 7 million customers. This is where the situation takes a more complex turn. Wojcicki's deal doesn't just include the company's services, it includes substantially all of its assets. And that means the most valuable and controversial part of the business. Its massive, one-of-a-kind library of human genetic data. The founder who presided over the company's rise and fall now has control over its most sensitive asset, all under the umbrella of a new non-profit. So the final chapter leaves us with a critical question. Is this a rescue mission to continue the company's original vision, or is it a strategic play for one of the world's most valuable private data troves?
That's it for today on Voyich Daily Tech. Follow, share, and stay tuned for daily updates coming your way tomorrow.